I'm Christel, and I promised you to do a sneak peek reading for 2021. Just a quick look for all the zodiac signs for the year 2021. I think after 2020 we certainly deserve to have a look into 2021. So I'm pulling up here an example of the reading. So I just drew these cards randomly just to explain it to you. So I'll be drawing two cards that explain you, your inner outer world. Then I'll have three basic cards and three other cards on top of that. I give you a few messages from the I Ching, from the Tao Oracle cards, and then I'll give you some messages from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck from Colette Baron-Reid, and to finish off, one big card that is really representative of maybe the advice or the energy that you can use in 2021. So without further ado, I'm going to put the camera down and I'll start your reading. Hi Virgo, Christel here with your sneak peek reading for 2021, having a look into 2021 quickly. So the Queen of Wands and the Five of Cups. Okay, pulling the cards just quickly. Okay, so I like this card because this one is maybe a little bit like unclear. So there is the King of Swords, Justice, and the Empress, and then here the Empress again, the Queen of Wands, which very, cards that relate, and the Queen, another Queen, a Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's start with the beginning. Queen of Wands, and you have here a Queen of Wands. So Virgo, this is you being really on top of your game. So the Queen of Wands is the fire. The fire is burning here, so you have this creative fire burning in yourself, this passion. I feel that, with 2020, everything was tempered, and now your passion is flaring up again, and you're going passionate for whatever your dreams are. Now, the Queen of Wands is often accompanied by a cat. In this card, she is here as well. Look at the black cat. You can maybe not see her that well, but look, she's there. The cat is I feel it's your inner voice, your inner guidance, and you're willing to follow that again. So maybe your fire was a bit tempered in 2021 and you felt a little bit helpless. And I feel this helplessness, there is still a bit of that in the Five of Cups. It feels like this is, the last things that you're taking along from 2020, where you had to make choices, where you had to leave stuff behind, the cups lying down, but where you also learned lessons and were okay with leaving these behind. Something had to happen, it's quite an emotional card, it's quite a sad card, and you're still feeling that, but at the same time, when you have these emotions going on, you have this renewed passion with the Queen of Wands. You want things to go well this year, and you're starting the year, and you're having this Queen of Wands with you the whole year because she's here as well. Now you also have two Empresses. You have so 1, 2, 3 major cards. I feel 2021 is going to be a lot different in energy wise, because there is also here you see the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, so ending and beginning. This is you, your environment, your inner and outer world. So I feel that inner world, there is this feeling of loss that you're carrying on, but it's you looking back on 2020, but it's still with a whole different energy, with the energy of like, okay, whatever happened in 2020, okay, I can look back at it, I can be a little bit sad about it, but I have this new passion in this year, and this can be a new relationship, and that makes you passionate. There is also, in the beginning, when you enter 2021, I feel there is this sort of calculated entering the year and starting the year with like, look, I'm going to observe, I'm going to watch, and then I'm going to see what happens and what I need to do. This is a colder king. This is a king that is not tolerating any bullshit. I feel this energy is something that you need to embrace to get through the year, because there it becomes more fluid, becomes more feminine, it becomes more fertile, more passionate. But here it feels like, because of the losses, because of that feeling of, sadness and disappointment, disillusionment, I feel you're a little bit like distanced from your feelings, from your emotions, and you're looking at it, okay, quite objectively into 2021, looking, okay, whatever happens is going to happen, and you'll take on that energy. Now, in a way, that's good, because that means you're willing to open up as well. When you're distancing yourself from the emotional part, you're opening yourself up for new growth, new stuff that is going to come into your world, into your life, and that's going to grow. And this can be ideas, this can be a relationship. As I said, maybe there's relationships here as well. There is something growing in you, and it's making you stronger. I feel that, this queen tells me that you're a lot stronger. This king tells me that you're a lot stronger. And then there is inner growth. I feel this is more inner growth than outer growth. I feel this is you coming to yourself, becoming that queen, becoming the king, becoming very strong self-worth, self-esteem, believing in yourself again, which you may have lost a little bit in 2020. And this will bring more balance, more harmony within yourself. You're looking, the Justice card can be a bit cold as well, just like this king. Look, the sword here, same sword, also held up. He doesn't have the balance. She has the scales of balancing act. And I feel that this is a balancing act between this king and this empress, and even this Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is much more passionate. It's not as cold as this king, and not as cold as this queen. So I feel this, it's like in the middle. It's in the middle between two Queen of Wands, and then between a king and a Queen of Swords. So it is balancing that cold, distant aloofness with the passion of this empress, this queen, and this queen. And I feel that you mustn't lose track of your passion, your fire, because if you become too cold, too distant, and you lose sight of these empress and these queens, because they are like here on the end, and I don't want you to do that. You see, don't balance it. Balance the aloofness and the cold observation and the objective truth, but also don't forget you have to grow, and there is growth going on. It's here. Here it's towards the end of the year more. Let's say this is a little bit of the story of the year. I feel you need to balance so that you can still get the things, create the things you want for yourself, because you will be able to do that if you let the Empress come out and be part of this colder king. So make sure you're not too distant, because this Queen of Wands has fire, and she wants, she's asking to be able to come out. I don't know what's happening here. Come on. Okay, sorry for that. So the Queen of Wands, she wants that fire to be part of you. She wants that growth to be not only, the king, but also this queen and this queen. This can sometimes make you go cold, because then you protect yourself from the emotions, you protect yourself from other and new disappointments. But with justice in the middle, it feels like, Don't do that. Don't go completely cold. Let this fire, this passion, these emotions as well. And here from the Empress, very feminine, the most feminine card, the most fertile card. Let it come into being as well, because otherwise you're going to kill all this, and you don't want that. Now, still, the balancing act is everywhere. As you can see, here is a cold and a warm card, a colder and a warm card, a warm and a cold card. So the balance is everywhere in all the combinations. So really think about that. I really can't explain it better than that, or more. I can't say more about that. Then you need to balance the objective part, so your inner and your outer world. You also need to believe in yourself, believe in that you can create, but also protect yourself from the disillusionment and the disappointment you've gotten before. So let's see what this I Ching cards say. And the I Ching cards are in Dutch, and I'm pulling them randomly. And I take my book, my English I Ching book with it, because the hexagrams have very specific translations or words in English. And sometimes it doesn't translate, if you do a literal translation. For example, this is 58. It means open. It's communication, self-expression, pleasure, joy, interaction, open communication, optimism. And yeah, I feel that this is this Empress. So don't forget to put the joy in your life. Don't forget to be open to communicate and to tell the world what you want. To also to allow the growth, the inner growth to happen. Don't be that only that king. I feel this is much more like the Empress here. Now let's see what this card says, and that is number 30. It's radiance. It's light. It's warmth and spreading awareness. It's adhere to see clearly. It's also a passion that really is here, and of course it's that queen. It's that Queen of Wands. It's this Queen of Wands. Again, the fire, the passion of Virgo. So don't lose that, because you need it. You need it to come here. You need to express that and to have a fertile year again. I mean, to have a year that you can look back on and say, okay, really, I have some joy again in my life. And there's 2 cards that came out here. Okay, so be it. Let's see. So there is number 59. 59 is dispersing. It's giving you power, dissolve negativity, overcome challenges, and setting free. It's to dissolve, to clear away, to scatter, to clear up, to make fluid, and to eliminate obstacles and misunderstandings. And then 45 is clustering, collect, to come together, to bundle your powers, to assemble, to bunch together crowds, to gather. It's about gathering your power, gathering your power. And again, here, to give you power to overcome negativity. I feel this Queen, sometimes you need to be a little bit colder to overcome this 5 of Cups, the negativity, the challenges, but you're going to be able to do that. And here the gathering tells me that you're coming together, all the rivers are coming together in the sea. It's becoming bigger than yourself, and that's the Empress. The Empress is something growing. You're becoming bigger than yourself, in a way. So let's see what cards come up here. So this I'm pulling randomly. And let's see what they say. The Rhino Spirit says, overcome any obstacle. And that's again here, overcoming obstacles. But also being able to grow things. I feel that sometimes when you become too cold, you create obstacles. That was here, overcoming the negativity. So it's always a balancing act. Now, the bad spirit says rebirth is assured. So I feel that is more the Empress card, bringing a new birth. And that can be you being reborn. And with the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands here, and all this passion here, that is very possible. You have to know that if you have all these court cards, these big energy cards, all these queens, 2 empresses, obstacles are there. They will be there, but they're here as well because of your mindset sometimes. But they can be overcome because this is just, this is really, okay, some things may be really hard to deal with from 2020. But your mindset, the negative mindset, can be overcome. It needs to be overcome here. And you can do that only by balancing these 2 powers, the emotion and the mind. The cold part and the rational part with the emotional and the fire part, the passionate part of yourself. So let's see what this card says for you, Virgo. This is like the embodiment of the energy that is going to be present for you, and it's the Faith card. My life is divinely guided. So this calls you to trust a little bit the flow of things, to see that, life happens with disillusionments and disappointments and losses and hurt, but also there's fire. There's the balancing act. It's having faith that things come together. And sometimes that is not as in the way you want it to be, and sometimes it is in the way you want it to be. But rebirth is reassured. So have faith, have trust, have patience that this is going to happen and that you can overcome any obstacle. So that's it for 2021. Virgo, for you, have a happy 2021 to start with, and then I'll speak to you soon.